Hello there, Atheist Junior here, your friend and humble narrator. And today I am going to be doing a live stream about the Whack an Atheist video that Kent did about me recently. I am live streaming right now, and I wanted to throw a bone to some of my Australian viewers and people who are not in the same US time zones as I am, because I get a whole lot of comments from people saying that they miss the live streams and that they wish they could catch one live. So I want to give that opportunity to some other people who watch my channel all around the world. Isn't that interesting? So I'm gonna have to tread lightly responding in this video because things are a little weird. So Kent Hovind, he was commenting on several of my videos recently because he seems to watch a lot of the videos I come out with. That you're going to be featured on Whack an Atheist next week. So I've been looking forward to it because I wanted a nice long piece of content to respond to and upload to my channel, because those are the videos that people really seem to enjoy, is the Whack an Atheist streams, me and Hovind sort of going back and forth, and me doing stupid voices. But I downloaded the video, and then I had to go run some errands, and I didn't get to watch it until late last night. And I'm glad I downloaded it because he took the video down. It seems to be privated. I'm not exactly sure why, but Kent Hovind seems quite out of it in this video. I don't want to speculate on the guy's health or medical issues, so I'm not going to say anything that I don't have factual information on. And I would like the viewers in my comment section and chat to maybe not, I don't know. I just think that even Kent Hovind deserves to not be made fun of for having a medical issue. It just seems kind of crappy. But that doesn't mean that we can't roast him for the dumb stuff he still says in this video. So let's get into it.
Whack an Atheist with Dr. Kent, the science gent. People say, you're not a doctor. Well, I have 3 earned doctor's degrees, and I identify as a doctor. If you identify as something else, aren't we supposed to call you by your name? Think about it. Okay. So, yeah, I prefer that you call me Dr. Hovind, okay?
You don't call Aaron Ra by his name. You call him Mr. Nelson, Larry Nelson.
All right, let's see. Some narrow-minded bigots object to me being called doctor because I didn't get my degrees from their approved indoctrination centers. I don't care what they think. I identify as a doctor and have for 30 years. I demand they call me or my preferred title, or they are a bigot.
Okay, Kent. So the difference between you identifying as a doctor and preferred pronouns, or the pronouns that trans people use, is that the word doctor is not a gender pronoun. It doesn't describe somebody's gender to call them doctor. Okay? And I like the implication here that when you misgender a trans person, which you and Matt Powell like to do all the time, you did it in just a recent video talking about Daria saying, or did we ever figure out, is that a man or a woman? When that person told you during the debate how they identify. But I like the idea that since you don't do that, that's you admitting that you're a bigot. Because if we apply this same logic, that anybody who doesn't call you Dr. Hovind is a bigot, so when you don't use transgender people's pronouns, that makes you a bigot, which it does. I didn't need you to tell me that, Kent. I already knew.
How's it feel, guys? Okay. I worked hard for my degree. I don't know if they worked hard for theirs. If someone gets a DR from one of their schools and comes out believing they're related to a banana and a worm, I don't care much for their degrees either. But I still call them doctor as a sign of respect. Okay.
Kent, there are lots of Christian universities that are still accredited, that are still legitimate colleges that give out PhDs that people would consider to be legit. It's not whether or not the college teaches evolution. There are Christian colleges that have a curriculum that teaches evolution, and they're still accredited. They still give out good accredited PhDs. And this is just more of your us versus them fake dichotomy, where you act like it's all atheists are the people who believe in evolution. It's only atheists, and Christians accept the creation, and you're not a real Christian if you believe in evolution. And they just don't like my degree because I didn't go to a secular university that teaches the godless theory of evolution. That's not how it is, Kent. You're just making this up. It's your own fantasy world.
I wear red normally to do what, bullfighter. Actually, bulls can't see red, but doesn't matter. We think evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religious cult in the history of the world. Never been a dumber idea than to teach the kids they came from a rock. It's not true. Come to visit our dinosaur adventureland. How much did you guys get to see today? You got in late in the rain. Did you see the science center? Yeah. And the farm? Not yet. And the outside tour? Not yet. And the playground tour? You didn't get me doing you on the circle swivel spring swing, though.
Just a quick tip. If you never get married, it's not premarital sex.
That one. You'll remember that. If you let me do it on the. Okay, here's our Genesis Baptist Church. We're meeting in here tonight on our metal roof and the rain's still going on. So no atheists are harmed in the making of the Whack an Atheist video. Don't worry about it. It's a joke, okay? It's common sense. Even children can learn how to spot how dumb evolution is and whack them back down. So you're what, 4th grade, son? He's going into 4th grade and he already picks on the teacher when they go into evolution. Good.
That's just sad. I feel sorry for that teacher that she has to have this disruptive student in her class, that the person, their parents have put them up to this and are encouraging this. Don't encourage that. Don't encourage the kid to be disruptive in the class and bother his teacher. Other kids are trying to learn. So I don't know why you want to stifle other people from learning.
Good, stop them. So many atheists, so little time. We do this whacking to try to wake them up before it's too late.
That looks pretty violent to me, Kent. You're saying that this isn't violent, but it seems violent.
Okay? You've been taught something dumb. There's a God, and he will be judged one day. Wake up, okay? The fool said in his heart, there's no God. The fool said in his heart, there's no God. You're a fool if you don't believe that. 2 ways to be fooled. One is to believe what isn't true. The other is to refuse to believe what is true.
Well, that kind of describes you, Kent, that second one, because you're refusing to accept any type of evidence for evolution, and you pick and choose which fields of science that you say are true based on whether or not they conflict with your younger creationist worldview. It's like being an a la carte Christian, being a la carte with the fields of science that you accept, and the rest that you don't accept, you have to misrepresent them and strawman them and demonize them and act like evolution is the basis for communism, Nazism, and Steve Harvey. You know, it's not. And believing what isn't true, I don't think that necessarily makes somebody foolish. They might just be a young person who needs to mature and get some life experience to learn things firsthand. And I find that very interesting because that ties right in to getting them while they're young and getting young children to go to church and to start believing your religion early. Because they're still fools, right?
I like this. This pamphlet is blank. They said, we're atheists. Ha! True. What do you believe?
Hilarious.
Exactly. All right.
Hilarious.
We're doing this whacking for your own good, like getting you out of the way of a speeding car. You should thank us. Say, wow, Hovind, thank you for making me come to my senses. Evolution is dumb. This attention is for your own good, boy. Pay attention. Get our seminar series, 18 hours on seminar on science and the Bible. Get the whole thing for $50. Watch it, copy it, send it back, get your money back.
You know, I would skip ahead in this video, but I feel like I need to show the whole thing because this video gets cut short. It's only like 15 minutes long.
Just the shipping cost. All kinds of topics on there, me talking as fast as I can go. Get my video series and my book on what on earth is about to happen, about the future. Got the video series here somewhere and the book. Okay, today is August the 24th, Whack an Atheist Wednesday. Tonight, one more time, AJ. Atheist Junior, he calls himself.
Can we get my last name in there? Can we get the gay bashing started?
AJ, you're an easy target. I've been busy today, so let me get over here to where I have AJ. Is that it?
R.I.P. No. R.I.P. my facial hair.
That's. I'll get it. Calm down. YouTube needs to ban Matt Powell.
Yeah, they should.
No, let's see.
Oh, there it is.
What
there
am I
it
doing
is.
Wrong here? Jeremiah?
Hit the play button on the bottom left.
Play button on here.
This man does not know how to watch a YouTube video.
About, okay, over here. Okay, my other left. Yeah. All right.
My other Hovind, my other left. You put your left Hovind in, you put your left Hovind out.
And yesterday I made a discovery
Oh God, do I sound like that?
that Matt Powell had uploaded a video on his channel that was basically clipped from a longer sermon he had intentionally uploaded to a non-YouTube site. That was a long sermon that was just full of hate speech directed at LGBT people, transgender atheists who had attacked him. And
The echoing is because Kent, like I said, he's playing my video out of his computer speakers, and that's getting picked up on, I think he uses a lapel mic in some videos or whatever microphone he's using, and I don't mind the sound of my own voice. It's just the audio is always so bad in these videos. Like, you guys wouldn't want me to be playing his video on my speakers and picking it up with my mic because it would sound terrible.
just generally saying that LGBT people are abusers, molesters, and that drag queens need to be taken care of by the government, by a firing squad. So
we have no issue with this. We're not going to pause the video and try and refute that or say, no, I disagree with that statement, or you've misrepresented Matt. No? Because you're basically showing here that you agree with what Matt said. You're acknowledging that what I'm saying is correct, and you don't have a problem with that because you agree with Matt. The thing is that Kent is not as stupid as Matt Powell, so he knows to not say the quiet part loud and to obfuscate things a little bit. Like when I put him on the spot during our debate and I asked him, I said, the Bible says that you should stone homosexuals. Do you agree with that? And Kent said no. But I know that Kent doesn't, I know that that's not true. I know he agrees with what Matt Powell says because I've heard him say the same things.
I found the full video and I just clipped out some of the worst parts. Made a shorter video and uploaded it to my Twitter, and then a lot of people saw it. And then today I saw Hemant Mehta had actually written an article about this that credited me in it. So thank you to the Friendly Atheist for crediting me in this article. So I'm just going to read this. It says, creationist Matt Powell wants the government to murder drag queens because he falsely believes that they perform sexual acts in front of children in libraries. That was only one of the hateful, lie-filled comments he made in a video he purposely uploaded to a non-YouTube site in order to evade punishment. Powell usually makes himself look bad by spreading scientific misinformation, like saying evolution is racist because it teaches we evolved from African Americans, even though he argues there are African Americans that are still alive today, or that the fight to save endangered species is somehow proof that evolution is a hoax, or that it's
Hey, shout out to Kent for actually playing my video. You know, that's new. I can appreciate that. But I mean, it seems to me, because I've already seen this, it seems like Kent is just fine with everything that Matt said. And instead of trying to justify that or even acknowledge it, he's just going to spend the time to say, oh, they think there's more than two genders? Oh, the kids these days. Shoot them.
historical fact that dinosaurs were killed in the Civil War. Just a bizarre mix of unearned confidence and extreme ignorance all rolled into one. Let's not forget that Powell is also a hate preacher. In recent years, he's tried to say that homosexuality should be illegal, that LGBT.
In case you don't know, Mr. Atheist Jr. It claims to be a homosexual or
No, I don't. I've never claimed that.
bisexual or something, whatever. I guess there's how many genders are there now? A whole bunch. Yeah.
Kent, first of all, you need to learn the distinction between the two terms. It's really not that hard, bro. I promise you it's not that hard. The two genders thing. Okay, I've been wanting to address this for a little while. So my question is, how can there be only two genders if intersex people exist? Because that, by definition, throws a rock into the idea that there's only two. Because intersex people can be born with XXY chromosomes or XYY chromosomes. Sometimes they have all the chromosomes of a man, but they might have internal ovaries and not even know it, or have external genitalia that are incompletely formed, ambiguous, or clearly female. So there have to be more than two genders at least, because intersex people exist. Now, I would have to ask, why would God create intersex people in the first place, Kent? It kind of seems to go against the whole Adam and Eve thing, doesn't it?
We'll talk about that in a minute. Anyway, go ahead.
Few people were trying to recruit children, and that gay people should be executed by the government as commanded in Leviticus 20:13. The video he posted came down shortly after that, and he's mostly backed away from the topic since then. Recently, however, he's uploaded a similar video on the right-wing Hovind Odyssey. In it, Matt Powell takes the new independent fundamentalist Baptist approach, calling for government-sanctioned executions of drag queens while spreading all kinds of lies about gay people. And then he credits me. So thank you to Hemant Mehta for linking my tweet in your article. And the article is great because it goes on to list a lot of the...
I'm aware that gender and sex are not the same thing, but if you have somebody who has all the secondary sex characteristics of a man, but they have internal ovaries or they have a mixture of male and female genitalia, do you put that person in the category of male or female or any other combination of those things? Because the way that Kent or the way that a science textbook would define man or woman would be a list of categories. Well, intersex people are going to have they're going to have things from both categories. So by definition, you really can't put them in a binary choice. That's why it's called intersex. And I know Kent, I know there's a distinction, but Kent doesn't know that. And you know, I'm just tired of this stupid thing that he keeps bringing up about, oh, there's only two genders.
From the full video.
My gender is Hovind.
And the full video is one of the worst things I've ever watched. It was genuinely shocking. And I think that Matt Powell has really been emboldened ever since he moved down to Dinosaur Adventureland by Kent Hovind. It seems that...
Yeah, Kent. It seems Kent agrees with that. Oh, I made him much worse. Made him much more Hovind.
He is more direct in his bigotry, because I've seen his previous sermons that are like this, and he would sort of dance around the subject, saying that, well, you know, the Bible says it's wrong, saying it should be illegal. And now he's outright saying that he wants the government to execute drag queens, but really he means LGBTQ people, period.
So we're just gonna keep playing the video and not disagree. Okay. Now,
YouTube needs to ban his channel. He has clearly violated the YouTube terms of service, even in posting the video that he has uploaded, the shorter version of it. He directly targets transgender atheists like my friend Grainbug. He dead names them and shows pictures before their transition, multiple people. Now, this is harassment, and the comment section immediately links to the full video. So it's just a click away from seeing his full, uncensored, hate-filled sermon. So I think YouTube needs to ban his account. What do you guys think? I'll have links to my tweet and the article, as well as the full video in the comment section. I'll probably re-upload it to Google Drive too, in case Matt Powell takes it down. And I'm expecting probably some response video from him in the future, because I doubt anything will happen to his channel from this, but go and report the video that I link in the description. But thank you guys.
All right, that's enough of that. Let's go get...
Hey, shout out to YouTube for doing absolutely nothing, even with all the reporting of that video, and me contacting YouTube creators on Twitter.
This one, Alt-DV, 25, enter. There we go. Certainly the Bible has a lot to say about homosexuality, and it...
Who cares? Why do I care what the Bible says about anything? Like, I could write a book that says homosexuality is the best thing ever. What would that, like, so? I don't care. That doesn't mean I have to live my life how the Bible says. It's a book. I would rather read like Chicken Soup for the Soul and say, "Oh, I'm gonna live my life like this. Self-help, self-help, self-help."
How it is wrong, according to the scriptures anyway. Here's some of the verses there you can read. King James Version, Leviticus 18.
Wearing a mixture of cotton and polyester fabrics is wrong according to the Bible. So let's shoot everybody who's wearing a mix of fabrics.
Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind. It's an
Don't lie with Hovind.
abomination. Let's see. This is I cut off part of it. drgreen.com. Diseases, infections caused by the homosexual acts that they do. And to list some of the diseases here. Whoa. Many common infections can spread by fecal oral transmission.
Because gay couples are the only ones who ever have anal sex. Gay men are the only ones who can ever get STDs. Lesbian sex, I guess we're just not even going to talk about that. You know, it's possible for people to clean themselves and like douche and like wear condoms. It doesn't just by definition mean, oh, it involves feces. Like, this shit is so bigoted and nasty. It blows my mind. Also, I love Kent's claim that people catch AIDS from feces. It's like, Kent, AIDS is a bloodborne illness. People catch it by transmission of blood.
Wow. You're not designed to have contact with the feces.
Well, then why did God put the G-spot in a men's ass?
Okay. Here's some of the things that can happen. Here we have 3 ready to go, but they're all from. Oh, no.
What?
So
What?
You've been going around getting small pieces and packing them together, and you think that's.
What? Was that English? I'm confused. I'm very confused right now. And I don't mean sexually.
Never mind. Okay. So the where's the let's see. Hey.
This is so
Hey,
awkward.
right? Huh? Let's see. What? Is yeah.
You sure?
I cannot hear you.
Or you have a TIA.
I cannot.
Oof.
TIA.
I cannot. What?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
What the hell? If you guys don't know what a TIA is, that's classified as a mini stroke. And the fact that they already know to ask him this is worrying. Kent, you need to retire, okay? Let Matt Powell make the videos. All right? Like, I know we have our differences, but I don't want to, like, I don't think you should be showing yourself on camera like this, okay? I think it's inappropriate. It makes, you're not, this isn't fun for me, okay? Like, I don't, jeez. It's still going, I think. The screen goes black for some reason. It's weird. Might just skip ahead a little bit. Oh, there he is.
So sexually transmitted diseases among
back.
gay and bisexual men. From CDC.
Wait a minute. If bisexual men can get them, then doesn't that mean they could catch it from a woman? I mean, straight couples can get STDs too, right?
Government. Gay men and SDS, transsexual,
STDs, can't STDs.
sexually transmitted diseases. Wow. Here's from diseases, Centers of Disease Control and Prevention.
Center for Disease Contraction.
Sexually transmitted diseases. Wow. HPV, human papillomavirus.
Human papillomavirus.
Most common SDS in the United States is also a sermon for gay, bisexual, and other men who have sex with men. Some types of HPV, can cause general and warts, and have some can spread to the development of anal and oral cancers.
HPV is one of the most common STIs in the world. There's a huge percentage of people that have it, and a lot of them don't even know it. It has not, it doesn't have anything to do with specifically being gay. I don't know what's your point? Like, gay people can get STDs, okay? We know. So anybody can get an STD. The fact that you only talk about gay people getting them, or even bi people getting them, just shows that you who wanted to call other people bigots jokingly to open the video, you're the bigot, Kent. People aren't bigots because they won't call you doctor. You're a bigot because you want to kill gay people like Matt Powell. It's kind of not the same thing. Hovind.
Gay, sexual, and other men have had sex with me are 17 times more likely to get oral cancer than heterosexual men. Interesting. There's a Center for Disease Control. STD facts. What gay, bisexual, and other men who have had sex with men seem to know about sexual transmitted diseases. Now they've got all these different signs.
This picture is from Tumblr. Nobody takes this picture seriously. This is like a meme from 2016, bro.
Not just male, female, whole bunch of different signs.
Good. If somebody wants to use a different symbol than male or female, I don't care. If that makes them feel better, if they identify with that symbol and they feel more comfortable using that, that's good. I encourage it, especially because it pisses off people like you. But I don't understand how people using these symbols, which I've never even seen anybody use this, and then what it's like Austin Powers wearing one of these necklaces. Are people going to go around with this symbol on? Like, nobody cares about this stuff, Kent, but you. Like, I know you're scared to death of society changing and social justice causes advancing in our culture. I get that's very frightening for you. I promise it's going to be okay, though. Like, you'll be dead soon anyway, Kent. It's okay.
Wow, look at all these different signs. Which one are you? 11 genders. Terms to know when talking to your kids.
Gender terms, not genders, okay? So this is super dishonest right here when you only read... Ken, I know that you only read the title of articles, but you need to scroll down and read the rest of it, okay? So the terms of this site, and this is about teaching your kids gender terms, which I encourage, okay? The first one is gender identity, a person's internal and individual experience of gender. It is their sense of being a woman, man, both, neither, or anywhere along the gender spectrum. Gender expression, the way a person publicly presents their gender. This can include behavior and outward appearance, such as dress, hair, makeup, body language, and voice. A person's chosen names and pronouns, which is not including the word doctor. Doctor is not a gender pronoun. Pronouns are also common ways of expressing gender. Assigned sex at birth. A child's sex as designated by a doctor or midwife based on a brief examination of that child's internal genitals immediately after their birth. Okay? None of these are genders. I mean, some of them might be. Like non-binary, that could be considered a gender term. A gender identity that is neither man nor woman, but can also be between or sometimes beyond those categories. Now, this might be confusing for people like Kent, but in our society, we have a gender binary that's imposed by social norms, okay? So, like, we have sexes of male and female, but the gender roles are totally arbitrary. Like, we've just had over history, it's just kind of been put into people's heads that there's things like women's work, which is raising babies and cleaning, doing dishes and stuff like that. and that men do certain things that are more rugged, like playing sports and using power tools and shit like that. You can see it in children's toys, like Barbie houses or Tonka trucks. That stuff's totally arbitrary, okay? So people who are non-binary, sometimes but not always, say that I don't want to operate inside this binary, and some of them want to abolish the idea of a binary gender system. I mean, for me, that's a little bit advanced and out there. I'm not really there yet, but I think it's interesting. I also don't think these people should be shot, okay? So transgender, cis and cisgender, trans woman, trans man, sexism, gender policing, dead naming, which you enjoy doing. So this is the list of terms, Ken. These are not genders, not all of them.
Wow, from a year ago. Today's parent. Well, the Bible starts off, God created them male and female. Genesis 5, male and female. Genesis 6, male and female. Genesis 7, male and female. All through the Bible, it's simply male and female.
Who cares?
Cows, let's see. Bulls are male cows and cows are female cows. How many
Bulls are male cattle and cows are female cattle.
breeds of cow are there?
A lot.
2.
No. That's like saying, how many breeds of dog are there? There's 2 breeds. There's only 2 breeds, you crazy gay people. You want your rights? These people want rights, Matt. Can you believe that? There's only 2 breeds of dogs.
How many breeds of frog are there?
There are frogs that have 2 different sets of male gender and 1 female gender, where they have male frogs who are more dominant and others who are less and have different characteristics. There's a lot of animals in the animal kingdom that have the 2 genders, but they'll have multiple different classes of male. Like, I mean, it could be similar to the term alpha male, stuff like that. They'll have different coloration, they have different behaviors. So just saying, oh, there's only 2 genders of frogs.
2. That's it. You can look up any animal in the dictionary, in the encyclopedia. Only 2.
Wrong. You're just wrong, Kent. So I've got some examples here that I added to my notes. So the clam shrimp. Clam shrimp have a male, but also 2 varieties of hermaphrodite, which either self-fertilize or mate with males. Oh, that's gay, but cannot mate with each other. The coho salmon has a single female gender and 2 male genders called jacks and hooknoses. Now, I know he said animals, but if you look at something like fungi, sometimes they can have upwards of 30,000 genders. Okay? Are the fungi more woke, Kent? Are you going to shoot the fungi? Don't shoot the fungi, okay? Hold on.
But with humans, there's 11 gender terms. Wow.
So, I don't know if this is a reference to the like Alex Jones meme, like the gay frogs, but I know in that case there was a large amount of, I think it was like birth control pills that had been emptied into the water supply of these frogs, and it actually caused them to be able to either have sex with a different gender or become like hermaphroditic. I'd have to read up on that. It was a while ago that I saw. It's been a while since I studied that.
I don't know. Anyway, these guys are writing their YouTube, making their channels about how there's many races of humans.
What? Who? Races of humans? No. I mean, there's many different races of people, but I mean, that's really another example of something that's just socially constructed, because if you look at a skeleton of somebody, you really can't tell what race that person was. Now, this is in contrast to Homo erectus, which had way more diversity in the way that a random member of that species might look. Humans mostly look the same. Now, we have race, but really it's kind of just arbitrary. And who are you talking about? I didn't make my channel about different races of humans. Again, did you mean genders, Kent? Because, like, I hate to pick on you for being confused here, but I can only respond to what you're saying. Okay, it's not my fault that you got in front of a camera like this, Kent. It's not my fault.
They're the only ones. Doesn't happen to any other animal, no other insect, none.
It literally does.
I think you guys are grossly misunderstanding real, honest together science. Okay.
Please don't wink
so
at me, please.
in his channel right here, he is upset about Matt. Matt's not here tonight. He went to his church. But as far as I know, he was just pointing out that there's only two channels. There's only
Channels?
two sexes, guys. Male.
No, that's not why I made this video. I don't care if he wants to be ignorant about gender and sex and gender theory. I don't care. That's what I expect from Christian theist creationists like you, Kent, the conservatives. You guys are very far behind. I get that, okay? I don't care about that. I care about targeted violence at minority groups like gay people because I happen to fall under that category, bro. So it's kind of a direct threat at me. Like, can you understand that? And it's also, like I said, a violation of the terms of service. This is not me just complaining that Matt Powell should be banned because I don't like him. I mean, I think he's a fucking asshole. But I never made a video saying he should be banned because I never thought he should. Because I don't care if he wants to espouse his stupid beliefs. But when it comes to targeted threats of violence, that is not okay. And I think he should be banned, and I stand by the video I made.
A female. Nothing else. You can pretend all you want, but in reality, there's only two. Okay.
Well, you could pretend to be a doctor, Kent, and you could make dumb jokes about calling people bigots who don't call you doctor, but that doesn't make it true.
Questions or comments? Short one tonight. Yep.
Is that what your wife said last night?
None. No questions. Any questions? Where are you guys from again? What? Michigan. Good to have you down
There's people in the audience who've been watching.
here. We'll give you the whole tour tomorrow. Short one. I'm not running on quite on all cylinders today. I've been a long, busy day. Well, we got a bunch done over there getting the logs, though, didn't we? Come down and see Dinosaur Adventureland when we get done. Okay, so Atheist Junior, I'm sorry you feel that way, and you want to try to shut Matt's channel down for that?
I don't have the ability to shut down anybody's YouTube channel, so no. I recommended that I think it should be because that's my opinion, but I can't shut his channel down. I mean, it would be nice if I could.
Telling the truth?
No. Like, Kent, I think you know why I made that video, Kent. I think you know exactly why I wanted his channel to be banned, and I think that you're just playing dumb here because you don't want to say out loud why I'm actually upset because you showed the entire video, bro. I explained really clearly why I think it should be shut down. It had nothing to do with saying that there are more than two genders. I don't care about that stuff.
It's because you can't handle the truth on other stuff, right? So if you want to have a debate, AJ, Atheist Junior,
I would rather die.
855 Big Dino. I'm extension 3. Take calls all day long.
I'm extension 69. Hovind, sex, Hovind, sex. Only two Hovinds.
Anything else we need to cover here?
Your medical history?
We'll give you guys the grand tour tomorrow.
I'm gonna shoot you guys out of a cannon. I'll take you up in a hot air balloon, and then I'm gonna shoot it down with a bow and arrow. It's gonna be really funny. I do it to all the new people.
Raining like crazy around here. Okay, see you tomorrow. Bye.
So that was an experience. Well, Kent, I disagree with you on your sexual politics. I think they're very bad. You're very misinformed. I stand by the video that I made. I think that you know exactly why I said Matt Powell's channel needs to be banned. And like I said, I'm not saying this just because I think he's a meanie. It's because the guy is violating the terms of service of the website. When you make a YouTube channel, you sign up and you click that little box that says, I agree with the terms and conditions. You know that thing that nobody reads? Yeah, you scroll down and then you mark it, you're agreeing to the terms of service. So, Kat, I'm a little bit concerned about your health here. I think maybe you need to take a break from YouTube and reevaluate some things. But I hope you guys enjoyed this weird video. Thank you to all the people in the live chat. God, I'm starting to sound like Kent. I forgot how to speak English. Like the video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and leave a comment below telling me your thoughts on this, because I feel like I need some emotional support after having to do this stream. And you can now, if you want to make a donation other than on Patreon or Super Chats, you can now give super thanks in the comment section. And if you give a super thanks, I will write you a haiku to show my thanks. So thank you guys for watching, and I will just see you guys in the next video.